I'm literally paid to keep a straight face, trained not to react. But what you did yesterday cracked me wide open in front of everyone, and I hated how much I loved it. I've mastered the art of calm under pressure, yet one move from you made my jaw drop so hard the room felt it before I did. I'm supposed to be unreadable, unshaken, professional, but yesterday you turned my composure into public property. They expect me to stay neutral, but you walked in and rewrote the script while I stood there exposed. I've faced chaos without blinking, yet you smiled once and dismantled me in plain sight. My job is control, precision, discipline, yet you turned my stillness into shock with one unexpected moment. I didn't plan on reacting. I didn't plan on feeling. You didn't plan on asking permission. The room watched me carefully, but I was too busy watching you break every rule effortlessly. I've trained for years to hide reactions. Yet yesterday, my silence screamed louder than words. I stayed still, but inside, everything collapsed when you did that. You didn't raise your voice, didn't make a scene, yet somehow you became the only thing anyone remembered. I felt my face betray me before my mind caught up. I've handled pressure, confrontation, and scrutiny, but nothing prepared me for the way you shifted the atmosphere. Everyone saw professionalism. No one saw the internal freefall you caused. I've been praised for emotional control, yet you found the one crack I didn't know existed. I stood there composed while my thoughts ran in every direction at once. You didn't challenge me directly. You simply existed with confidence, and that was enough. I replay the moment not because it embarrassed me, but because it awakened something dangerous. I've watched people try to impress rooms. You owned it without effort. I didn't lose control. I realized I never had it around you. The silence after you spoke was louder than any reaction I could have had. I felt exposed, not because of what you did, but because of how deeply it affected me. You didn't break protocol, you broke my expectations. My face stayed calm, but my thoughts were anything but. I'm used to commanding rooms, yet yesterday I was just another witness. I didn't drop my guard. You made it irrelevant. I hate that everyone noticed, and I hate that you didn't even try. You moved with certainty, and suddenly my discipline felt fragile. I've trained myself to observe, not react, yet I reacted before I realized I was watching. That moment rewired something I thought was permanent. I stood there pretending nothing happened while everything changed. I've seen confidence before, but yours didn't ask for approval. My job is neutrality, yet you pulled emotion out of me without touching a nerve. The shock wasn't public, the restraint was. I'm still wondering if you knew exactly what you were doing. You didn't seek attention. Attention surrendered to you. I've been unmovable in louder situations, yet your quiet certainty shook me. I kept my posture perfect while my thoughts unraveled. You didn't interrupt the room, you redefined it. I've replayed that moment not to analyze it, but to feel it again. Everyone saw my calm. No one saw my mind racing to catch up. I didn't expect to be surprised. That's what made it unforgettable. You reminded me that control is an illusion when presence is real. I stood there, knowing I'd just witnessed something rare. I've spent years refining reactions, yet you bypassed them entirely. You didn't demand space, you naturally took it. I felt exposed in a way professionalism never prepared me for. My jaw dropped because my instincts recognized something before my logic did. I stayed silent because any reaction would have said too much. I've been trained to withstand pressure, not impact. You didn't make a mistake. You made a statement. The moment passed, but the effect stayed. I still feel the echo of what you did in that room. I didn't lose face. I gained awareness. You reminded me that composure isn't immunity. I've handled chaos, but you introduced clarity, and that was unsettling. I walked in confident. I walked out changed. You didn't shock me with volume. You shocked me with certainty. I stayed professional, but internally, nothing was intact. I'm paid to keep a straight face, but yesterday, you made me feel human in front of everyone.